Hi, folks. Yep. I'm getting ready to start my 3-day fast. My 3-day fast is coming right now. I'm gonna start it at 6 o'clock this evening. It is now 1:25 now, but I'm started at 6 o'clock, and it's going to end at Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock. I'm not going to be eating anything at all, just drinking water. Now, I've been doing this for over 20 years. In fact, I've actually did a 30-day fast, and I've done a 14-day and a 21-day, and right now I'm on a regimen of every month I do a 3-day fast. Now that's for 11 months. One of those months out of the year, the 12th month, I do a 7-day fast. Now, for those of you who are kind of slow on the math, that's 11 days, 11 months for 3 days. 11 months, 3 days. How many days is that? 33. And that 1 7-day, how many? What they give you? 40 days and 40 nights. Where have I heard that before? Anyway, that's what works for me. Now, if you was going to do a 30-day fast, let me tell you something. You need to have somebody there with you, especially around day 12 and on through, because you need somebody to, be there. Somebody there with me. And here's some of the things. I'm glad people are talking about this now, because I've been doing this for so long that I don't see why people wouldn't do it. I've been trying to tell people to do it, but they don't listen to me. I guess they have to have those other people to tell them before they listen. Anyway, you do that fast. If you want to start out, do a 12-hour fast. Start at 6 o'clock in the evening. Don't eat anything after 6 o'clock, and don't eat anything before 12 noon the next day. That's easy. I do that all the time. In fact, I don't eat anything after 6 or before 12 noon. I do that on the regular. I don't eat anything after 6 o'clock in the evening or before. When I get up in the morning, I don't eat anything before 12. I do that on the regular. And this 3-day thing, it's no problem. But on about that second day, I start getting them hunger pangs. But yeah, I'm used to that. When I was trying to get into rhythm, don't get me wrong now, I failed a couple of times. I had to redo. I had to do a restart on it. But yeah. Now, from 0 to 6 hours, when you first start it, digestion occurs, your blood sugar and insulin rise, and your cells use the energy from your last meal. From 6 to 12, blood sugar and insulin drop. The stomach empties and your liver begins breaking down stored glycogen into glucose. In other words, that's where your energy is going to be coming from. That's just a 12-hour fast. That's a 12-hour fast right there. That's what happens in a 12-hour fast. If you want to go another 6 hours, your liver glycogen stores is the storage of your glycogen in your liver. It's near depletion, and insulin falls in baseline down to the baseline, and your body initiates a metabolic switch to burn stored fat. You know what that means, right? When you start burning fat, yeah, start losing weight. It initiates it. Okay. Now after that 18 hours is up and you're going into 24 hours, the glycogen is when it's exhausted, ketone production ramps up to fuel your brain and cellular cleanup. Autophagy accelerates. You can look that up, autophagy. AUTOPHAGY. Let's look it up. And from 24 to 30 hours, your human growth hormones surge to protect lean muscles and systemic inflammation markers will drop. In other words, your joints and the inflammation in your joints and stuff like that from eating all that food you shouldn't be eating, yeah, it's getting ready to happen. Now, from 30 to 36 hours, a metabolic adaptation takes place. Your appetite regulating hormones like ghrelin or something like that is stabilized, often causing hunger pangs to fade, while mental clarity may sharpen. Now let me explain something to you about that mental sharpness. You'll kick back. You'll get back. Somebody try to come at you. You quick to respond verbally. So yeah, that happens. Okay, from 36 to 42 hours, autophagy peaks in your major organs, clearing out damaged protein and dysfunctional cellular components. In other words, all those little things that's bugging you is gonna stop. They're gonna go get them. Like you ever played Pac-Man before? Yeah, it's gonna be going down through that, eating all them dead cells and disease cells, and it's gonna go get them, and it's gonna say, "Hey, look, you ain't supposed to be here. I got something for you." Now you know where they're gonna come out at. So whenever you go in there in that little room in there, and you see something you ain't never seen before, that's what it is. So it's still good now. Okay. Now from 36 to 42 hours, cellular recycling. Autophagy peaks in major organs, cleaning out damaged protein and dysfunctional cell components. From 42, see that just continues. 42 to 48 hours, fat oxidation peak. Fat burning runs at maximum efficiency, and brain-derived neurotrophic factor increases to support cognitive function. Okay. Wow, okay. Okay, and after 48 to 54 hours, deep repair mode. Your energy stabilizes. Remember I told you about that energy? You'll get back energy? Yeah. It stabilizes and you calm down and you can talk to people again. It stabilizes from consistent ketone utilization and immune cell recalibration. It begins. So, yeah. A lot of times, when you get an attitude, that's what they call it, I think. When you get an attitude, and you're sharp on the get back, people say, no, you don't need to be fasting. With that attitude, you don't need to be fasting. But, just stay away from people. During that time, stay away from people. Because you be looking at them all sideways. You'll be looking at them all sideways like, what the hell are you thinking? Stuff like that. Anyway, 54 to 6. 54 to 60. Cellular protection. Protein conservation mechanisms optimized, keeping muscle tissue secure while relying almost entirely on stored fat. Now, if you can stick it out here, you're going to see some big difference. You're going to see a big difference. A big difference. And here's one of the things that I like. From 60 to 66, immune optimization. Deep tissue deep tissue and potential immune system regeneration processes continue alongside stable low insulin levels. Let me pause this and go get me some water. Yeah. I should have drunk some water before I started. Anyway, where was I at? 66 to 72 hours. Completion. Your metabolic reset finishes its main 3-day cycle, preparing your body for a safe, gradual refeeding process, starting with small, light foods like bone broth. Now, let me tell you something. This right here is what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. There's a lot of people on here saying things, trying to hand off some medical information and stuff like that. You can get all this right here on the internet. I didn't know it was doing exactly all of this or how it was doing it. All I know, it was making me feel good, because when I started this, you didn't have AI. You didn't have all this stuff that's going on now. All I knew is when I fasted, I felt better. In fact, I first started this when Dr. Sebi was talking about fasting and what it did for him. Yeah, and it worked too. That 30-day, woo! Let me tell you something. It works. Anyway, it's been working for me for over 20 years. This is 26. Oh no, it was even longer than that. It's been longer than 20 years. Wow. Huh. And I'm still here, y'all. I'm not on any medication. I'm 72 years old. And I will keep doing it. I recommend it. I mean, try it. See if you like it. It ain't for everybody. Okay? Fasting is not for everybody, because you got to have the willpower. And you got to be desperate enough to say, hey, look, what have I got to lose? And some people can't even say that. So, yeah. Yeah. You can lose weight. I wouldn't recommend losing weight that way. But initially, you're going to be losing some weight. If you really want to stay healthy, you just eat every other day. One meal every other day. I've tried that. I didn't like to be that skinny. Admittedly, when you're that skinny, people don't respect you. You know, no, I couldn't do that. But it looked good, you know, but nah. I'm used to people getting out of the way. Anyway, I got my weight where I want it. You know, I got a little pudgy down there somewhere. I don't, you know, I would get rid of that or something like that, but that's okay. Doing what I do and staying healthy. That's what I want to do. But yeah, hey, listen, if y'all want me to send you this thing right here, I can put it up. I can send it to you. Inbox me, and I'll be glad to send it to you. Or you can do your own research. Say, what would it be like for this right here is in the 6 hour, 72 hour and 6 hour intervals. Ask AI what it would be like. What happens to the human body if you go on a 72 hour or 3 day fast? What would happen, you know, in intervals of 6 hours? And it spit it out. You can do the same thing. I've tried losing weight. Now I was over 300. I was about 325 pounds, and I needed to lose some weight, and I lost it. But it was rough. I knew when I would get up in my 70s, I wasn't going to be able to get on the treadmill and do 5 miles a day to maintain that. And it's 3 things you got to do to stay healthy. This is 3 things I did to stay healthy. Okay, let's get that straight. I fast, I watch what I eat, and I exercise. I do not eat fast food. I do not eat processed food. I do not eat junk food. Okay? So that's me. Every now and again, I have to do something, you know. But it's not on the regular. Every now and again, honey bunny look pretty good sometimes, you know what I mean? But, you know, that's once in a blue moon. Y'all look it up. Look up blue moon and you'll see how often I eat something like a honey bun but I never, ever eat out. Never. It's too many things. The last time I ate out was, you remember when, was it Jack in the Box? Or one of them had, that E. coli came out. I forget when it was. That was the E. coli thing. That was, well, we had 4 males and 2 females living in a house with 1 bathroom. We were using buckets, and it was a mess. I said I'd never eat out again. Because I did it one or 2 times, and I was done with it. Now after that, nah. And especially what's going on now. They selling more hamburgers. They got cows to produce them. Nah, I'm not doing that. I was thinking about that one day when they was talking about how many burgers they sold daily. I was like, hold up. That means you had to kill, because I did the calculation, you had to kill so many cows a day to keep up with that many hamburgers. And I did a search and found, I did a search and seen how many slaughter pens they had. Major slaughter pens, of course they got the little small ones, but you had to have some major slaughter pens to keep up with that. So I don't know how they, I couldn't figure out how they was coming up with the meat. And I'm not going to say how. I'm just not going to eat it. Yeah. And way back in the day, Oprah Winfrey had some people on there talking about ground beef. And she said she wasn't going to eat ground beef no more, or hamburgers or something. And they sued her. The Cattlemen's Association sued her. She took her show to Texas. And I think that's how Dr. Phil took and leased off of her. Got him a little show. But, I mean, it's way back then. It was way back then. I was like, I wasn't going to eat no more. I grind my own meat. I go down to the meat market, get me a big chunk of meat, bring it back, grind it, season it the way I want to season it, make me some patties, some ground beef to make my spaghetti or whatever, or meatloaf or what I'm going to make. I grind my own meat. Yeah. My sausage, do the same thing with my pork roast or something like that, grind it up. Yeah, I can't eat the junk food. Hard enough to stay living. You're going to put something in you to kill you from the inside. But anyway, hey, look here, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it, but go ahead. Fast for me. Come and go along with me. Let me know if you decide to go along with me, and go ahead and do something in the comments. And like I said, if you want me to send you this, I'll inbox you it, but you gotta ask for it. I ain't trying to inbox people, just to be inboxing them. So thanks for watching.